Hey guys, Sarah Myers here with Invitation Ministries in Crossville, Tennessee. I'm a graduate of Louisiana Adult and Teen Challenge. I came into Louisiana Adult and Teen Challenge on May 14th of 2013. I stayed for 2.5 years. Before I got there, I was really broken. I had experienced a ton of losses, and if you're in Teen Challenge, you already know my testimony that I have buried my mother, my father, my brother, my first son, and my grandmother. By the time I was 23, I was an IV drug addict for over 10 years. I raised my 3 children for 4 years that my rights were terminated to, and I was separated from them for 7 years. I've been arrested over 25 times in my hometown, and I'm a convicted felon. I was given so much grace, the opportunity to go to Teen Challenge to begin with. I had given my heart to Jesus in the midst of my rights being terminated, and instead of going to prison, the Lord made a way for me to go to Teen Challenge. And so when I got there, I was ready to embrace the process. I was ready to surrender for what God had for me. I stayed for 2.5 years where I was a student and then a staff member, and I embraced every single moment, the laughter, the pain, the tears. I would say to you that if you're in Teen Challenge, embrace every single moment, because you have to feel it to heal it. And I embrace the awkward moments, because we know there's a lot of awkward moments in Teen Challenge. Truth is, awkward moments are a part of life. We just learn how to face them with the Lord. And so after 2.5 years, I heard the Lord call me out of Teen Challenge, and He called me back home to go and get established, to get a job, to transition out, and to be a light in my community. And that was through much fasting and prayer. I fasted and prayed for 4 to 5 months, and He confirmed it. And then I left, and I came back to Crossville, Tennessee. And that's when I went from having all these positions over the kitchen, disciplinarian. I was the director's assistant in Teen Challenge. I had all these positions, and when I transitioned out, I was a waitress. So God stripped me of entitlement and showed me how to be a light in the darkness. Before Invitation Ministries was ever born, He showed me, before He gave me a ministry, that my life was a ministry. And so when I got home, I started working. I transitioned. I got plugged in as soon as possible. I got plugged in. I have an incredible home church. And so the last 4 years since I've been home, I sat down. I looked at how much debt I had. I was $30,000 in debt, and I just paid it one piece at a time. This last 4 years, I have seen God do mighty things. And so today, I am my own homeowner. 2 months ago, I was able to close on my own home for the first time in my entire life. And I've seen God in the last 6.5 years restore to me everything the enemy has stolen from me, plus more. After being separated from my kids for 7 years, I now have them 3 and 4 days a week. We have our own home. We have our own vehicle, my license, my full coverage insurance. And I'm in full-time ministry today, guys. God is provide. His provision is incredible. But it's because I seek first the kingdom. Seek first the kingdom, and all these things will be added to you. It's not by might nor by power, but by His Spirit. You can't go after it. You can't run after it before its timing. You can't go make it happen. You have to continue seeking Him. You can still have good things and walk in your calling. You just have to embrace your process. Embrace the process that He's doing inside of you. And it's taken time. The last 6.5 years, when I left Teen Challenge, after being there, I stayed with somebody. I rented a room off of somebody at the church for 2 years before I ever even really lived alone. And so for 4.5 years, I lived in community before I was able to get my own place and lived alone, because God had to know that He could trust me with my own place. So don't rush the process. Embrace it. I hope that this message today, this testimony, has given you hope and has given you new strength to stand still and embrace the process. You can pursue your calling and still have incredible things. Be blessed.